Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel, y'all. What's up, everybody? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got a great video for you guys today. As usual, we're going to continue to celebrate Michael Jordan on this channel. We're going to continue to tell the truth about Michael Jordan, put his career in perspective. That's why I'm here. That's why many others are here. To tell the truth, man. To stop the lies, man, and the nonsense. We don't have to keep tearing down other all-time greats, to lift your player up or to fit the narrative you're trying to fit. That's not how we should be doing this, guys. If you notice on my videos, I do not need to tear any other players down to put Michael Jordan's career in perspective. It's not what it's about. The truth speaks for itself. Michael Jordan's career speaks for itself. I don't have to lie for the man. That's basically what I'm getting at here, guys. So I want to thank you guys as usual, though, for all the love. You guys understand. You get it. I've told you, real recognize real. You could not tell me that I'm speaking the truth if you guys didn't know the truth, right? So thank you for that, guys. I appreciate it. And in this video, we're going to talk about something a little bit different today. Michael Jordan being left at the airport as a rookie, and why I believe that is what led him to take it personal. He took it personal. And I'm explaining to you guys what I mean by that in this video. But you guys know what to do. Hit that volume. Turn it all the way up, man. Turn that volume up. I know I'm loud. Make it louder so you can hear what I'm saying, right? Listen to the information I got to tell you guys, man. Hit that play button and let's roll. So, guys, yes, if you remember the Last Dance documentary, or even if you didn't watch the Last Dance documentary, I don't know if you were under a rock or wherever. If you didn't see it, you should watch it. But in the Last Dance documentary, it was illustrated or highlighted that when Michael Jordan was a rookie, right? We all know Michael Jordan was the third pick by the Chicago Bulls in the 1984 draft, right? We all know that. But what many people don't remember or don't even know is that Michael Jordan, when he arrived in O'Hare International Airport, which is in Chicago, as a rookie, there was no one there from the Chicago Bulls staff to pick up this man. There was no one there to pick him up. Now, I believe that O'Hare International might be the largest airport in the United States. I believe it might be, guys. So if we think about that, number one, we all know Chicago is a large city. Michael Jordan's from a small town in North Carolina, right? He's a country boy coming to one of the largest cities in America, in the biggest airport, the largest airport in America, and was left there by himself with no one there to pick him up. This was what the Chicago Bulls did to the number 3 draft pick. This is what they did to the man. Now, guys, could you imagine the story on the news if the number 3 draft pick was left at an airport today? Could you imagine what the news story would look like? Could you imagine the outrage of the people if a rookie, a 21-year-old kid, was left at a busy airport to fend for himself because the team forgot to pick this man up, forgot to pick the kid up? Could you imagine what the reports would be with social media and Twitter and all the people would be going nuts, man? The Chicago Bulls organization would never live that down. But this is what they did to Michael Jordan. Now that goes to show you that no one gave Michael Jordan really any credit, right? No one really thought that Michael Jordan would become what he became, which is what makes his story even that much greater. Humble beginnings from Michael Jordan, right? And what I mean by humble beginnings, I'm not saying that obviously Michael Jordan went to a top school, right? He went to North Carolina, one of the top basketball colleges in the history of the world. I'm not saying humble beginnings, I'm talking about humble beginnings. What I'm saying is that, like I said, look at the way Michael Jordan was treated. Not only was he the number 3 draft pick after Bobby Knight was telling people to draft him, he fell to number 3 with someone like a Sam Bowie being picked over him. So when we think about that, that's humble beginnings, right? Not even being picked up at the airport. You're the number 3 draft pick of the NBA draft, the number 3 pick, not the number 30 pick. You're a number 3 pick, and they forget to get you at the airport? I mean, that's crazy when you think about that, guys. And what I believe, Michael Jordan took that personally, guys. I believe that was the first thing that he ever took personal in his professional basketball career, was them leaving him at the airport, making it seem as if he wasn't important to them. He wasn't important. That's basically what you're saying to Michael Jordan at that time, is you're not important enough for us to remember to pick you up. So we all know the story. Michael Jordan gets off the plane, right? He's walking through the airport and he meets his guy, George Kohler. I believe his name was George Kohler. I mean, he was a limousine driver. He owned his own limo company. He was there to pick up a client that never showed up. Now that's fate, guys. That's destiny. Could you imagine being the guy there to pick up somebody and the guy doesn't show up, but you meet Michael Jordan instead? It's like getting a winning lotto ticket without buying the ticket. It's crazy, man. Because him and Michael Jordan to this day are still best of friends. They're great friends. And from that day, now I heard the story went something like Michael Jordan came up the plane. This guy was waiting for a client. The guy never showed up. And supposedly this guy, George Kohler, was a Chicago Bulls fan. He knew about Michael Jordan being drafted. He just didn't know that that was Michael Jordan. Supposedly he called him Larry Jordan because he said that he had played high school basketball with a guy named Larry Jordan. So the name kind of just stuck in his head. And when he saw Michael Jordan, he said, oh, that's Larry Jordan. And Michael Jordan said, responded to him, how do you know my brother? And then from then on, that's how the story went. The guy, George, offered Michael Jordan to take him anywhere for $25. So Michael Jordan took him up on the offer. He brought him to the hotel, and Michael Jordan supposedly gave him $50, told him to keep the change. And the guy, George Kohler, gave him his business card. And that's, the rest is history, guys, as they would say. But when we think about the Chicago Bulls leaving Michael Jordan at the airport, guys, when I say that, he took it personal. Well, I believe he took it personal. I never heard anybody say this, but I believe that's the reason why Michael Jordan had beef with the Chicago Bulls management his entire career. That was one of the reasons I believe, because he took it as a slight, that they did not think he was important enough to them or the organization, or that he was going to be impactful enough to be important, to pick the man up from the airport. How hard would it have been for them to send someone to pick this man up? It would have been very simple. The owner, Jerry Reinsdorf, owned two professional teams. This guy is a gazillionaire. He ain't strapped for cash, which is part of the reason why, the Bulls, why this guy, Jerry Reinsdorf, to me, was not a great owner per se, because he owned two sports teams. How important could a sports team be to you when you have so much money? It wasn't like it was a family-owned business and he took it serious, man. He didn't really take it serious like that. He was a clown, Jerry Reinsdorf, man. He undervalued what Michael Jordan brought to the team and what the Chicago Bulls, brought the value to the Chicago Bulls franchise and how much money he made off these guys, man. But that's another story, though. But anyway, getting back to Michael Jordan being left at the airport, if we think about the 1986 season, guys, when Michael Jordan broke his foot, right? We have to think about Michael Jordan getting into a back and forth with the Bulls management about his minutes restrictions that he was coming back playing on, and how the Bulls were trying to talk Michael Jordan into sitting out the rest of the season so they could get a lottery pick. That's what the Bulls management wanted. They were talking about getting a lottery pick to tell Michael Jordan just to chill out, not pull him back in. He don't need to come back. There's no need. Come back in the 87 season. This is what they were telling this man. But we all know Michael Jordan's mentality, and I believe that part of that went back to him being left at the airport, guys. I believe that. Deep down inside, Michael Jordan never forgot about that, and he took it personal. And he was like, you know what? Screw you guys, man. You guys want me to get a lottery pick? You want me to sit out? You want the Bulls to tank, essentially? These last 20, 30 games, whatever it was that Michael Jordan was trying to come back for. He was like, nah, man, I ain't doing y'all no favors. Because y'all ain't doing me no favors. Ain't doing me no favors, me getting some lottery pick, man, because you never know how that's going to work out. Like Michael Jordan said in an interview talking about rebuilding and things like that. The Chicago Cubs were rebuilding for like 100 years. The Chicago Cubs were never good. People kept waiting for the Cubs to bounce back. So Michael Jordan knew about that. Chicago was dying for a winner, man. The city of Chicago was dying. All they had was the Bears. That's all they had. There was nothing else. Not the White Sox, not the Cubs, and not the Bulls. And them asking Michael Jordan to sit out the 86 season, to not come back, to take it easy. We're going to get a lottery pick. We're going to tank it out here. Nah, man, I've told you, Michael Jordan led the Bulls to the playoffs during a rebuild, guys. They wanted this team to get lottery picks. They wanted Michael Jordan to take a back seat, and he was like, nope, y'all left me at the airport. I remember that. So guess what? I ain't doing y'all no solids, man. Y'all gonna have to deal with me. I'm gonna be the guy who's gonna get all the shine, right? Not Jerry Krause, not Jerry Reinsdorf. None of these guys are gonna get any shine. It's gonna be Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls. The players, we're gonna be the ones to get the shine, and we all know how that ended up down the road, right? With the Last Dance scenario, guys like Jerry Krause and Jerry Reinsdorf butting heads with the team and the coaches and all kinds of nonsense, and these guys want more credit than they deserve and blah, blah, blah. It started with them leaving Michael Jordan at the airport. That's when it started. Michael Jordan took it personal from that day on and was like, you know what? I'm going to show y'all how great I am and how great I'm going to be. I'm going to be the greatest player of all time. I'm going to be the greatest player of my era. I'm going to dominate the sport. I'm going to put the Chicago Bulls on the map, and I'm going to reap all the benefits of that. It's going to be Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls. No one's going to ever talk about the GM or the owner unless it's negative stuff, which we all know came later on. So them leaving Michael Jordan at the airport in 1984 as a rookie was one of the reasons I believe that Michael Jordan developed that taking it personal attitude. And I believe he took it personal about the Bulls franchise, and from that point on, he kept them at arm's distance. This is my opinion on this, guys. This is what I believe in Michael Jordan's mind was going on. Think about them leaving him at the airport. Was Larry Bird left at the airport? Was Magic Johnson left at the airport? They didn't leave Charles Barkley or Karl Malone. Did anybody else have a story like this? Nobody else has a story like this. But Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, was left at the airport. Like I said, imagine the outrage if that happened in today's society, guys. A 21-year-old kid being left at the airport, the busiest airport in America, in one of the largest cities in America, being left there by the management, showing no kind of concern for this kid. And it's crazy, man. Michael Jordan never demanded trade. Players probably would have demanded a trade. I'm not playing for the Chicago Bulls. They left me at the airport. What Michael Jordan did was he internalized it. It was like, okay, these guys don't think that I'm great. That's what I'm assuming that he was thinking in his mind. They must not think that I'm that great, that they're not worried about me like that. I'm just another player, just another draft pick. And he went out there and he proved them wrong, and he proved everybody wrong. Well, not everybody, but most people who did not think that Michael Jordan was going to be who he became. So shout out to Michael Jordan, his greatness, and in the Chicago Bulls management, a bunch of bonehead mistakes, man, leaving Michael Jordan at the airport, which is in turn why he kept these guys at arm's distance. He never trusted these guys. He knew how they were. It was always a business for them. Right? Catch you guys on the next one.